had an extensive tour of Beijing, Guilin, and then the historic Muslim area, Xinjiang, which was in Islamic tradition called Kashgar. Allama Iqbal has also referred to this area as नील के साहिल से लेकर ता बखा के काशगर. And we visited the mosques, Islamic centers. We had opportunity to meet the local imams, khatibs, the Muslim clerics, Muslim students and Muslim population. In Guilin, we had the Friday prayers in the Guilin Central Mosque, where we met the Khatib and Imam of the Central Mosque. Also, we met Pakistani students who were doing their education and research in Guilin University. And the Imam and Khatib, they told us that this mosque is fully funded by the Chinese government, and there is no problem for the Muslims to offer their daily prayers or the Friday prayers or Eid prayers. The Pakistani students also told us that they had proper time to travel from their university, which takes 1 hour, to this Islamic center, and they regularly come here to offer their Friday prayer. Then we were taken to the mosques in Kashi, Kashgar, historic mosques, then Aksu, and then particularly Urumqi. In Urumqi, we saw the Muslim Institute, which is like a Muslim training center, where we met the students who were taught how to recite Quran in perfect pronunciation, Arabic pronunciation. And the good thing was that we were taken to the library, very rich library, Quran-e-Pak with the Uyghur translation, and then Chinese translation. And then we were taken to the hostel, and the way they were given their daily food, very rich menu. And the principal of the Muslim Institute, Imam Abdul Raqib Asini, who had an honorary degree from Azhar University, briefed us. And he said that these young students are being trained to become teachers, to become imams, to become khatibs. Then we were taken in Urumqi to a mosque which was originally built in 1923. We were told that it has been preserved in the same manner, in the 100-year-old manner, till now by the government. And the Imam told us that regularly 300 around Muslims, they visit for 5-time prayers. In Jummahs, Friday prayers, they said that around 500, and in Eid prayers, 2,000 around Muslims, they visit the mosques for their Eid prayers. What we saw and what we were told, and we offered Jummah prayers in Guilin Central Mosque. And many Muslims, Chinese Muslims, we met there in the mosque. They came to the Friday prayers. So we didn't see any ban. The impression which has been given to us that there are restrictions, we didn't see any restrictions. Particularly the very positive impression that we took from the Muslim Institute was very revealing for us. We visited their Quran class. the class in which they were taught how to recite Holy Quran. So that was perfect. The way they were sitting, the enthusiasm, the level of attention, and then we heard them reciting Quran. It was so impressive, indeed. In perfect Arabic accent, they recited Holy Quran, which was very pleasing for all of us. And Imam Abdul Raqib As-Sini, the principal, told us that the contents of the syllabus is, this recitation of Holy Quran. Then, as I said, with this Uyghur translation, Chinese translation as well, and then Constitution of China. And along with Constitution of China, Muslim history and Muslim civilization. So these are, some of the contents that they are taught. Yes, they had developed a very impressive museum about how this area transformed from this movement of separation, which was rooted first of all in nationalistic feelings, pan-Turkism. And as they told us that the first person who gave this notion of separatism on Uyghur basis, pan-Turkism, was Ayub. It was in 1940. And when Al-Qaeda emerged in this region, the East Turkestan movement also took a religious shape, and then it became pan-Islamism. And there were terroristic activities, particularly in Urumqi and some other areas. They showed us they showed us the pictures of the imams and other Muslims, even small boys and girls who were slaughtered, who were killed. And the attack, which was, Urumqi was attacked by the armed people, and they showed us the knives, the lances and other weapons through which many Muslims were slaughtered. But then they developed three-pronged strategy. First, development, making their living standard better, and then getting exact information about those who were engaged in terrorism activities. So to isolate them, and then developing. Development method was actually proved very effective. Like for example, Aksu, which was a desert, is now a green land with different kinds of vegetables, diversity of fruits, roads, schools, hospitals, colleges, educational institutions, and ample opportunities of jobs and good living standard. And then Urumqi, for example, which was a less developed area, but now it is at par with Beijing or Gilina and Shanghai. So people were given opportunity of better life, and then separating, isolating the terrorists. So they said that after 2006, there is no attack on any area of terrorism. What we saw, that Muslims are free to come to worship places, to offer their prayers. And then, as I said, the Muslim Institute was a proper center for training the Muslim youth, for becoming teachers of Islamic studies, for becoming imams and khatibs of the mosque. So it means that the notion with which we had gone to China totally changed.